I'm here on the Chesapeake Bay in Annapolis, Maryland for the 25th annual Great Chesapeake Bay Swim. It's one of the top 10 open water swims on the planet, and swimmers from all over the world are here to compete. But while the race itself may be famous, it's the race course that's iconic. That's because the swim begins on one side of the Chesapeake Bay and ends on the other. And to get there, these aquatic athletes will have to swim under the notorious Chesapeake Bay Bridge. About 650 swimmers will start the race today, but not all of them will finish, because this swim is no day at the beach. The course is 4.4 miles long, and it will take most of the competitors about 2.5 hours to complete. And those aren't the only challenges these racers will face.
Every year is a different challenge for the swimmers and for the safety fleet as well.
That's because when you race in open water, Mother Nature is always a contender. And this year, she brought her A game. Winds were whipping at over 20 miles per hour when the race began, and they seemed to be gaining speed by the minute. The athletes may not be able to feel the wind while they swim, but they'll certainly feel the wind's effects. Because strong winds make big waves, and choppy conditions could make it hard for the swimmers to see and to breathe. The wind's clearly making the Chesapeake chop, but with all the swimmers still out at sea, it's anyone's guess just how much the weather's affecting the competitors. Sarah Franklin's husband is competing today. This will be his 10th time crossing the bay. She's confident that he'll complete the race, but worries that choppy conditions could take a toll on his time.
I would never be worried that he couldn't finish, but is he going to finish the way he wants to finish? I don't know.
But some spectators are hopeful that the way the wind's blowing will give the swimmers a helping hand.
It is a little windy for the racers, but the direction of the wind actually may help them out because it should be off their backs.
But there is one thing that everyone can agree on.
It's definitely rough out there, and the people that do make it today will be good athletes. There's no doubt about it.
Well, the wind's picking up, but so is the race. Let's go meet them at the finish line. Winds are now blowing at nearly tropical depression speeds, and the first racer's making a beeline to the beach. Matt McKissick's the first to cross the line, and he did it in record time. So what was it like to race against the weather?
Pretty terrible. Wind was choppy, waves were choppy, but you just got to learn how to ride them, I guess.
Mother Nature put up a good fight, but in the end, even she couldn't beat this speed racer. From a windy Annapolis, Maryland, I'm Carolyn Raskowskis.